This is a busy time of year for many teenagers. It is prom season, followed by graduation season, and that means lots of parties and stress for parents. In today's Injuries Are Personal with Reynolds Law, attorney Carl Reynolds is here to remind parents how parties can cause big legal problems. And I'm the Monday morning party pooper.
Yeah, me too.
Sorry.
I know.
But I think this is something that we all really need to understand because the implications down the road are really frightening.
Correct.
So a couple of scenarios come up with teenagers.
Okay.
Let's start with the first one is, yes, you can have people over. Of course, we will not have any alcohol, and somebody brings it unbeknownst to the parents. What type of problem does that cause?
So liability is usually based on whether you knew about it or should have known about it. So what did you do to prevent it? Are you checking backpacks and things as they come in? Are you monitoring the youth as they're going about their festivities and things to make sure they're not consuming alcohol? Because, you know, one thing that's important for folks to realize, it's illegal. Underage drinking is illegal, and it's always illegal. There's very few exceptions. Exceptions would be, and I don't think they apply to these parties, any kind of religious ceremonies.
Right.
Or if you actually have an educational class where you're, I guess, learning about fermentation of something, or
right.
and you maybe taste
None of these apply.
None of those apply. So even if it's your own child in your own home and you're saying, hey, I want to control the environment, it's still illegal. Now, is it prosecuted? Probably not if it stays within your own home, but it's illegal, it's a crime, and if they were to leave the home and cause an issue, you've got a criminal issue, but you also have a very significant civil issue where the host of the party could be liable for the damage caused by someone who was intoxicated at that party.
Are there legal repercussions if as a parent, I do not want my child partaking in such things, and they're at someone's home and they are? You know, can I even sue somebody for that? Because that's the kind of Facebook chat that goes on in the moms groups. You know how that works.
So are you saying can I get sued if my child guilt by association if she's there, or can I pursue a claim because they were subject to the second?
Yeah.
Okay. You have to prove some sort of harm. Now, if they were harmed, okay,
then
as a result, then there would be. But if there's no harm, it's kind of like no harm, no foul, right?
Right.
Would you have a claim potentially, but it has no value because there is no harm associated with it? So, yeah, and I think we talked a little bit about this with their own children. You want to provide an out for your children as a parent, either a vehicle or a lifeline. They can call you. You're going to be awake, and you'll get them. It's great with Uber now and Lyft. You can get those set up and you know, get an account and have the app on their phone, and they can make that call if they feel unsafe.
It is hard because you know, even good kids get caught in bad situations, and I think that's what we all worry about this time of year, is that, you know, somebody decides to do something dumb and then everybody else is there, you know, and guilt by association can definitely cause problems.
For sure, and we just got to be careful of, look, it's a celebratory time. My son's graduating. He's got prom coming up this weekend, and you know, it's a great time, but we got to be careful. Underage drinking, look, drinking and driving doesn't mix at any age, but particularly underage drinking, it can have significant implications, suspensions of license, difficulty to get a license back, that sort of thing, especially underage. The parents are on the hook, and then if there's any sort of, God forbid, an accident or anything, all your assets that you've worked your whole life to accrue up to this point could be in jeopardy because of one stupid mistake. So just don't do it.
And again, talking about being a Monday party pooper, I mean, I remember trying to explain that to my teenagers. You know, do you see our home? You know, if you or your friends do something dumb in our home, you know, I'm the responsible adult here, and that's why it's not okay. So, you know, you hope at some point in time people can hope to understand that.
And it's not just alcohol. Be careful. Any drugs, you know, marijuana, all that stuff, it's out there. And if you're driving under the influence, it's illegal. And if you give it to someone underage, that's illegal. So just be careful out there. Party smart, and hopefully everybody gets where they need to go safely and without incident.
Your friends can come over, but there's bag checks at the door.
Exactly. Exactly.
Aren't we a lot of fun? You know, better safe than sorry, that is for sure, especially this time of year. All right, for more information about any of your legal questions, you can find Carl and his team by going to injuriesarepersonal.com.